The truth The truth is, I'm going to miss you, Obama. I'm going to miss you like a nurse missing her Diet Dr. Pepper after working a triple overtime in Texas on holiday call. You gave us an unnatural closure, comfort, understanding of the political system. And thanks to you, more minds are indulged and involved in the political world, which will only lead to more change. Am I disappointed in you? I am proud of you. And I will go to any country and say I'm a proud American and that Obama was my president. But I am disappointed. My bias don't carry weight because I never voted for you in 2008, nor did I vote for you in 2012. Simply because before then I didn't have an interest in the political world, and I felt the political system would never readily affect me. How naive I was back then, and how much information I gained from watching your presidential run because of your transparency and your ultimate obligation to be open and honest with the people who would later become the leaders of the free world. Project ETO is as much as your baby as it is mine. It might have been my idea, but it stemmed from your success. A lot of what has been accomplished in the minority community has stemmed from your success, and for that we are grateful. Although it's true, enough pressure will bust the pipe. 8 years of pressure has definitely done its damage and effect on you. Being the president must not have been easy. You already had 3 strikes against you from the moment you started. Young, black, smart, and in control. Something that would send America's founding fathers into a tornado spin in their graves. You beat the odds. You are the X factor. It pains me in retrospect to know the first person I ever voted for was Bernie Sanders, but it's a testimony to your ability to create change in the eyes of the youth. Because of you, I now have a more social, political stance. I'm more accepting of the left and the right, and I'm willing to compromise. It is the constant cycle of chaos that has kept the millennials, such as myself, at bay. But not before too long, the right wing old will die and the left wing old will die. The power will be shifting to people with like minds such as myself, and we will start to call the shots. So I'm preparing myself for that inevitable day when I'll have to rise up and become a leader like you once did. But instead of asking people to believe in me and asking people to stand with me, I will ask for the strength and stamina to stay on the straight and narrow path that I have dedicated myself to. I will not allow myself to become victim to the big business model. And it's not to say that you were weak because you succumbed to this, but it is to say you succumbed to it. Whatever your reasons, it's yours, and you can take that to the grave with you. But in hindsight, it won't end the legacy, the run, and the love this nation will have for you, and the debt we will owe you for the change that you brought us. Understandably, you're tired, so rest. You've done a great job here. Leave the rest up to us. It's a shame that the person filling your shoes is not even half the man you are, but it's a testimony to our ability to grow and strive. When we as a society have our backs against the wall, it's usually when we push back, fight, and stand the tallest. So in your absence, we will stand strong, and we will continue to keep the idea of hope, change, and love at the forefront of our actions. You will be missed. From a social, charismatic perspective, you will be loved long after you've given up the president in your name. You will be thought of when foreign diplomats are faced with a situation involving America and it doesn't have a certain level of calm to it. So please humbly take my 2 stars out of 4. You have worked hard and you have earned that right. And although these stars are meaningless and really don't have any bearings, because this is the first presidential rating I've ever done, just to give some context, a George Bush would have got a 1/2 star, a Bill Clinton would have got 1.5 stars, Abraham Lincoln probably would have gotten 3.5 stars. I gauge our presidential rankings not on just sheer skill set and their ability and capacity to run a country, but the sentiments, emotions, and outright sacrifice for dramatic change and selfless actions that would have a ripple effect in the future. You becoming president was a clear indication that America is more prepared than ever for a diverse change. You are a great president put in a very hard circumstance. I don't believe you lost your moral code, but merely you fell into the system and had to play the cards that were dealt to you. And with that notion, I say thank you, because no matter what happens from here on out, the truth is your work isn't done yet, and you'll continue to fight from a distance. But now, my generation, the millennials, are having to line up on the battlefield at the front lines. So I feel it's important for us to look back, take heed to your examples, as we graciously look back at some of your most monumental moments.
Talk
Thank you, Obama.